This is Dr. Brian Campbell. I wanted to show you some of the neat things that you can do with Microsoft Word's proofing. This will really help improve your papers, and there's just a tremendous number of corrections that it makes. I'm only going to show you a few of those. Once you've turned on proofing, you might get a paper that looks like the one that I'm showing you here, although hopefully you don't have as many errors. But I'm going to go through those and show you how you can correct those very easily and how Word's proofing shows you those. So what you do, obviously in this first sentence, however, there is a comma missing here. I have two errors. The little green squiggly tells me that there's something wrong in terms of grammar or syntax, and the little red squiggly tells me something wrong with spelling. So all I do is right-click on that, and you will see it says to do however, comma. So I just click on that, and it automatically changes it. Now I have a spelling error, so I'm going to right-click on that, and it will automatically put the correct spelling in there for me. Next sentence, the period is outside of the final quotation mark, and there's a little squiggly there, so I'm going to right-click on that, and it shows me that periods and commas always come inside the final quotation mark. So I'll just click that, and it'll add it in. Now, in the next sentence is not really a sentence. In the textbook, comma, just before the last chapter. That's a sentence fragment. Now, if I right-click, you'll see it's grayed out, but it tells me that there's a sentence fragment. And I can tell it to ignore it if I want, or I can get more help on grammar. But right now I'm just going to leave that because I'd have to rewrite it. Now the next sentence, it says it was John's Journal article review. Obviously John's should be apostrophe. There should be an apostrophe there. So if I right-click, you'll see that Word's proofing has picked that up, so I just click on it. Someone gave their book away. Someone is singular, so the pronoun there, the second pronoun would have to agree with that. That's antecedent pronoun agreement. So I right-click on that, and it shows someone gave his or her book away. None of the apples were on the table. Well, none is singular, and so you would have to have that in agreement with the verb. So it would be none of the apples is or on the table, or was on the table. So it shows you that in Word's proofing. You must put two spaces at the end of a sentence before the next sentence. That's another feature that's APA approved. You need two sentences after the period or any punctuation mark in between sentences. So if I right-click and I put it and click on it, it'll fix that. He went to their graduation, T-H-E-R-E. Here's an example of a blue squiggly where the word is correct, but it's in the wrong, or spelled correctly, but it's in the wrong context. So if we right-click, it'll show it should be T-H-E-I-R. And the paper was being used by John to satisfy the requirements of the course. This is an example of a passive construction versus active construction. If I right-click on that, you'll see it in the grayed out. It says passive voice, so I'd have to change that sentence. So those are just some of the corrections that you can make that the proofing will help you with, and I'll show you some more of those in another video.